Hey guys, Coach Ben here, bigbenchas.com, and today we're going to be talking about if you should deload. So the answer for me when it comes to deloading your bench press, should we deload? The answer is a resounding yes. When to deload is a different question altogether, but I am going to show you right here. This is how you make training gains. This graph illustrates what happens if we continue to burn the candle from both ends, so to speak, accumulate too much fatigue and never allow ourselves to recover. That would be this top graph here. We can see we start with a baseline of strength. As stress is placed on the body, you are going to have muscle breakdown. All right, your body is not getting stronger when you're in the gym. You are breaking things down. You are getting weaker. You know, think about trying to get through 5 sets of 5. Near the end, you're so much weaker than when you started. We're not building in the gym, we are breaking down. It goes into the importance of recovery and nutrition. So we have a breakdown that occurs. Over time, this is all over time, right? We are going to start to recover, all right? Granted that you get proper rest, you get good nutrition, that is going to help us recover more quickly. Now this recovery, right, takes us up to a certain point. If we train again too soon or we do too much, right, we're never going to actually get back to our baseline. So we end up getting to this point just below baseline. We train again, we break ourselves down, and then we try to recover. We train again, break ourselves down, and it's just this never-ending cycle of really starting to pound ourselves into the ground. Now, some of this is okay. Okay, we do want to overreach a bit. So it's okay if, especially you could think of it when you're on peaking cycle for a meet, right? We're usually overcompensating. All right, we're usually burning the candle at both ends, so to speak, and accumulating a lot of fatigue. And that graph is trending down. And then we give ourselves an enormous amount of rest, right? And then right up we go until we peak at the meet. That's why it's called peaking, because we are going into the meet the strongest versions of ourselves, because again, we destroyed our bodies enough to where, boop, with proper recovery and time, we're able to pop up past that baseline of where we're at. Now this is the graph of your normal training, right? This is, say, after a deload, right? We have the stress breakdown, right? We recover, super compensation occurs. That's where we are above where our baseline was, and then we keep that graph trending. Now this is what good training cycles can do for you. If you are smart about the training, don't try to do too much or do too much too often, all right? And that's where proper deloads come in. All right, so your training could be in a state of looking like this graph, looking like a mess, just constantly burning yourself into the ground. And this occurs with many lifters who constantly see they're plateauing at lifts, or they're actually seeing their strength go down. This is something that could be occurring there. Okay, so properly deloading, right, is going to help your graph look like this, where you can super compensate each time and recover past what your baseline was. So knowing when to deload is very, very important. For each individual athlete, that's going to look different. Some coaches are going to program a deload every 4 weeks. Some may do every 6, 8 weeks. It really depends on how the athlete's doing, how they're recovering. Are lifts slowing down? Do they feel sluggish or weak? They're not as strong as before. That input is really going to help you make that decision of when you should deload. All right, and if you need help and not sure if you are in a state of a mess like this and need a proper deload, you can always reach out to me, Coach Ben at bigbenchas.com. But that is the importance of a deload. That is going to make sure that we're not continuing to pound ourselves into the ground, get weaker, and worse yet, set ourselves up for an injury. So having proper development of a training program in which you're able to recover each session is going to be critically important. And you're going to need to know how to self-auto-regulate as well as an athlete. All right, there you have it, guys. The answer is yes, you should deload. It is very important. In fact, our 3-week challenge, our new popular challenge, you can check out bigbenchas.com, starts with deload for this very exact reason. Most people are going to be pounding themselves in the ground with too much work. we kick off the challenge with a deload because that is allowing you to super compensate. Coach Ben here. And you know where to find me. You can meet me at the whiteboard next to the bench. Thanks for watching the video. If you want to learn more about how to increase your bench press, consider joining us in our Better Benching Academy. To learn more, simply click the link down below in the description box or visit bigbenchas.com/BB Academy. I'll see you there.